Imagine two people who are the exact same age. They faced the exact same losses, the same health scares, the same financial hurdles. Yet one moves through their days with curiosity and lightness, while the other seems frozen, treating every new challenge as an impossible wall. It is tempting to look at them and blame genetics, or the simple passage of time, or the weight of past trauma. But those factors don't tell the whole story. The real difference comes down to an invisible autopilot. It's a quiet series of tiny daily choices that run entirely below our conscious awareness. Psychological aging rarely has anything to do with the calendar. It happens when you slowly, silently convince your own brain that your capacity for growth is already behind you. Curious, pay attention the next time you run an errand. Notice if you automatically circle the lot looking for the absolute closest parking space, organizing your trip around the path of least resistance. Or notice what happens the moment you wake up. Do you groan and complain about an aching back or a stiff knee before your feet even touch the floor? Think about the last time a new screen popped up on your phone or TV. Did you try to figure it out? Or did you instantly hand it to someone younger, saying, "I can't do this"? We usually brush these off as minor conveniences, but your brain looks at this flowchart of decisions and logs hard data. Every time you choose the absolute easiest route, your brain receives a data point confirming that you need to conserve energy. By consistently taking the easiest way out, you are feeding your mind a steady diet of signals that you are fragile, vulnerable, and incapable. The brain is remarkably neutral. It operates as an evidence-gathering machine, designed to believe whatever actions you repeatedly practice. Look at this scale. When you walk away from a minor challenge, like figuring out that TV remote, those avoided challenges stack up. Your brain records irrefutable evidence of helplessness, and your internal sense of capability drains right along with it. The same mechanism applies to our memories. If you constantly repeat a painful story, your brain doesn't know the difference between remembering and reliving. It interprets that loop of past trauma as a present threat, training your mind to live in a state of constant survival. Because your brain cannot distinguish between objective reality and what you repeatedly practice, these tiny daily habits end up writing your entire psychological identity. When people realize this, they often assume they need a massive lifestyle overhaul. They wait to feel a sudden burst of motivation before they start living differently. But clinical psychology points to a concept called behavioral activation, which reveals that our popular understanding of motivation is entirely backward. As we can see in this model, you don't wait for motivation to act. You have to execute a physical action first. That physical action is what generates the emotional momentum required to keep going. Forcing yourself into small, deliberate habits, trying to fix the remote for exactly 5 minutes, or choosing to take the stairs instead of the elevator, serves as that manual turn of the gear. Choosing to spend 5 minutes on a difficult task instead of giving up forces your brain to log brand new evidence of resilience. The ultimate goal of these small behavioral shifts is a clinical process known as cognitive restructuring. It is the difference between treating your identity like a frozen photograph from decades ago and treating it like a continuous movie that keeps evolving. Navigating with old mental habits is like using a 1985 street map for a modern city. The roads have changed, but you trust old directions. Small new behaviors physically update that map. Trying something unfamiliar forces your brain to draw routes matching your present reality. You don't need an exhausting, dramatic transformation to change your life. You just need a daily refusal to let outdated thoughts dictate today's actions. It is time to stop mourning the versions of yourself that you have lost over the years. Instead, ask yourself, what is the smallest action you can take today to prove to your brain it is still capable of growing? The tiny pieces of evidence you give your brain today will build the exact reality you have to live in tomorrow.